Navigating the high-stakes underworld of Miami's drug scene, Tony Montana's rise and fall in Scarface remains an iconic journey through crime and power. But what if Tony's on-screen escapades were judged in the harsh light of real-world justice? Welcome back to Cinema Mugshot, where the line between movie magic and legal reality is dissected and analyzed. In this episode, we dive deep into the gritty details of Tony's notorious actions. Join us as we meticulously catalog each illicit act, calculate the potential sentences, and unveil the staggering legal consequences of his cinematic reign. Before we reveal all the exciting information, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to stay tuned to our latest videos.
Yeah, any family in the States, Tony? Any cousins, brother-in-law, anybody?
Oh, nobody. Everybody stayed.
Tony Montana starts his American saga on shaky legal grounds, having entered the U.S. illegally from Cuba. Illegal immigration, potential for deportation, or immigration detention. In this foundational scene of Scarface, we see Tony Montana in a tense interrogation, consequence of his illegal entry into the United States. While seeking the American dream, Tony's journey in the land of opportunity begins with a legal nightmare. Tony's entrance into the criminal world of America is marked by a chilling association. Assassination, possible life imprisonment without parole, or death penalty. In a ruthless display of ambition, Tony Montana commits his first crime on U.S. soil by assassinating Emilio Rebenga, a former Cuban official, at the behest of Frank Lopez. This cold-blooded act of political assassination, often treated as first-degree murder, could lead to the most severe consequence in the criminal justice system. Tony's blatant disregard for the law extends to his personal life with rampant drug use. Cocaine possession, personal use, up to 1 year in prison and/or fines. Tony Montana's indulgence in cocaine not only illustrates his luxurious and perilous lifestyle, but also makes a direct violation of drug laws. Personal possession and use of cocaine can lead to up to a year in prison, along with possible hefty fines, reflecting the serious approach of the legal system towards controlled substances.
I want you to go over there. And if it's what they say, you should pay them and bring it back. You do that, you got $5 grand.
Tony's rapid ascent in the criminal underworld is fueled by his involvement in the drug trade. Drug trafficking, up to life imprisonment, and fines up to $10 million for high quantities. The ambitious Tony Montana quickly entangles himself in the high-stakes world of drug trafficking, starting with a pivotal deal with Colombian drug lord Omar Suarez. In the realm of the law, trafficking large quantities of drugs like cocaine can result in sentences up to life imprisonment, especially when vast amounts are involved, along with fines that can reach up to $10 million.
Say hello to my little friend! Okay, you wanna play rough?
Tony Montana showcases a terrifying level of violence and disregard for human life. Multiple homicides, life sentences, or the death penalty. In a scene that starkly captures Tony Montana's ruthless nature, he's involved in multiple homicides. This act of brutality, especially under circumstances demonstrating premeditation or exceptional cruelty, can carry a sentence of life imprisonment or even the death penalty.
Tell me about it, man.
Sure. Well, I also know Paul Newman. I work with him in Tucson.
No kidding.
Tony cleverly disguises his illicit earnings through illegitimate business ventures. Money laundering, up to 20 years in prison and substantial fines. Tony Montana's criminal acumen extends beyond direct criminal acts to the sophisticated world of money laundering. By investing his drug profits into legitimate businesses, Tony attempts to clean his illicit gains. However, the law is clear on such deceptive practices, with money laundering charges potentially leading to up to 20 years in prison, alongside hefty fines. Tony's violent outbursts often result in substantial property damage. Destruction of property, penalties vary, up to 10 years in prison for significant damage. Tony Montana's disregard for law and order is further exemplified in his wanton destruction of property. In a display of unbridled aggression, he causes significant damage, which under legal scrutiny can lead to severe consequences.
I know all that bullshit, Sidlebound. Save your breath. You got nothing on me. You know it, I know it.
Tony's defiance against law enforcement escalates into a direct confrontation, resisting arrest up to 1 year in prison. Watch how Tony Montana, in a heated moment, boldly challenges law enforcement. This isn't just about defiance, it's about breaking the law. Resisting arrest can lead to a year behind bars. Tony's actions here are not just reckless, they are a clear sign of his refusal to play by the rules. If you're hooked on our journey through Scarface, hit the subscribe button, it helps a lot. And you won't miss our upcoming cinematic adventures. Ready for more of Tony Montana? Let's dive back in. Tony's lifestyle includes the dangerous habit of carrying unregistered firearms. Illegal weapon possession up to 10 years in prison. Tony Montana is often seen with firearms that aren't registered, a risky move that's also illegal. This kind of behavior can lead to a decade in prison. It's more than just carrying a gun, it's carrying a gun without the law on your side.
Send this bastard to Freedom Town. Let them take a look at him.
Look at
Get him
that
out
guy.
of here.
You know something? Hey, you can send me anywhere. Here, there.
Tony often shows blatant disrespect and non-compliance towards those in power. Contempt of authority, 2 years in prison. Tony Montana doesn't just break the rules, he openly disrespects those in charge. This attitude, while bold, lands him in hot water. The law isn't kind to those who show contempt for authority, and Tony's actions could have serious consequences. Invading private property is another notch on Tony's list of criminal activities. Breaking and entering, up to 10 years in prison. Tony isn't one to knock politely. When he breaks into private spaces, he's not just trespassing, he's committing a crime. Such acts can lead to a serious prison sentence. For Tony, it's more than breaking in, it's breaking the law.
I want to do, I'll see whoever I want to see, and if I want to fuck him, Tony, then I'll fuck him.
Tony's aggressive behavior often turns into physical violence. Assault, up to 10 years in prison, depending on severity. Tony Montana's aggression isn't just in words, it gets physical. When he assaults someone, it's a clear crime. Depending on how severe these moments are, he could face a long time in prison. Tony's fists aren't just a sign of anger, they're a sign of criminal activity. Tony finds himself amidst chaos, actively participating in a riot. Participation in a riot up to 4 years in prison. Here's Tony, not just caught in a riot, but being a part of the chaos. In the eyes of the law, this is serious. Joining a riot can lead to a sentence of up to 4 years. Tony's actions in the heat of the moment aren't just reckless, they're criminal.
Hey, who the fuck do you think you're talking to, huh? You wanna fuck? Who the fuck do you think I am, you fucking dumb boy?
Tony Montana's temper flares up, leading to threatening communications. Criminal threats up to 5 years in prison. Tony Montana doesn't hold back even on the phone. When he threatens Sosa, it's not just a heated chat, it's a criminal offense. Such threats can lead to up to 5 years in prison. This moment shows how Tony's anger can turn into serious legal trouble.
There's no place else to go. It's not a conspiracy.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I fly to cash myself to the Bahamas. Come on.
Tony's intimidation tactics include threatening a civilian. Threatening a civilian up to 3 years in prison. In a tense scene, Tony shows his darker side by intimidating a civilian. It's not just about scaring someone, it's a crime that can lead to 3 years in prison. Tony's menacing words and demeanor here cross the line from mere threat to a punishable offense. And that's a wrap, folks. Today we've dissected Tony Montana's whirlwind of on-screen criminal escapades in Scarface. After tallying everything up, Tony is facing an astonishing verdict. 4 counts of the death penalty plus 80 years in prison, and a staggering $10 million fine. It's a profound reminder of how these captivating cinematic deeds weigh in the scales of real-world justice. Did our legal deep dive into Tony's life change how you see this iconic character? If it did, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to Cinema Mugshot for more revealing explorations into the legal dimensions of your favorite film and TV characters. We're here to deliver justice one episode at a time. Catch you in our next cinematic courtroom.